Hi, hello, and welcome to the stream. To the Definitely Not stream, where I, your host, Definitely Not Vlad, will be resetting my overlay on OBS really quick because it doesn't seem to update no matter what I do. Until I do that. There we go. Another day, another grind. How are you guys doing? You guys having a good Wednesday? Did you get something good in the vault if you're on EU? If you're in NA, you already know what you had in the vault unless you didn't play yesterday. I hope you guys got some good stuff. I got some decent stuff. You guys saw in the video, I opened up all the vaults. Good, and you, my man? Pretty good, pretty good. Been a busy day. I've been basically on my favorite brew main. What, someone in the chat is a brew main? I don't understand. I got up, recorded, edited an ARC video, built furniture that we bought, set up shelves that we bought, and now I'm streaming. That's it. That's been my day. I haven't had much rest. Haven't gotten much of a respite, but I do feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy that I managed to get another ARC video out. That makes me happy. Got Solia on my prop alley, so good. Ooh, is that good for prop paladin? Hell yeah. I feel like it's kind of baseline good for everyone, isn't it? Just raw stats. The ultimate stat stick, as it were. I gotta wait for this entire loading screen just to be able to turn off this music, because I didn't turn it off before. Entering the character. Yeah, Wowhead says bis, so it must be. It said so on the internet, so it must be true. I don't trust Wowhead much anymore. But then again, it's not like I really follow it in the sense of, like, I do what it says. Hold on, I just realized I can cross off these things. Look at that. I have a little note here that says I need to watch the Robert Pattinson... Oh, shut up, Darnagal music. Don't nobody want to hear that. But yeah, I have a little note here that says I need to watch the Robert Pattinson Batman. And I kind of want to find time to do that because I think it's a really good movie. And that's going to be spicy. Something's going to be spicy. Valdi Alex. I'm Valdeal X? I don't know how to say your name, but thank you very much for the Prime sub. It is very much appreciated. Alright, I think I'm going to start things off by just doing some time walking. I might want to do... I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do the skip for the last boss, just to get a... whatchamacallits? A hero... Excuse me. Please forgive me. I'm going to get a hero piece for doing that. So let's go over to Orgrimmar. And then we're gonna have some fun with that. The first, Valdi Alex? Okay. Okie dokie. Well, thank you. Either way. Valdeal X. Or Valdeal X. Valdeal X. Sorry. Valdi X. Valdi Alex. Jesus Christ. I give up. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. Person who Prime subbed. Because that is actually contributing to our goal of hitting or doing the shocking stream. I won't reveal what that is until we reach the goal, but it is going to be shocking. Okay, so I want to pick up the quest for doing the there it is. Doing the time walking raid, because I feel like if we do that, then we can get a hero piece. If we get a hero piece, we could maybe tierify that hero piece, and when we hit 2K, we can get 4-set hero. So that would be cool. Crispy no, just followed. Thank you very much. Guys, my tournament is over. Ashes of Alara dropped last night. Congratulations, T. How long have you been going after that? I have a feeling it's been a long time if you're describing it as torment. Eight years? 8 years. How many times a week did you run it? I feel like it wasn't every week. If it's been 8 years, that just seems miserable. But I did have to do 800 runs of Heroic 25-man Ragnaros to try and get myself the Ragnaros mount on one of the accounts that I played the most. So, yeah. And then I got it on my NA account like this. It was just easy peasy. There's quite a few warriors in here. What the heck is going on? Warrior gang. I see Bella messaged me. She says that both the WeakAuras I made for her were great. I'm very happy to hear that. Like 6 or 7, it was most weeks, but some I honestly could not be bothered. Understandable. I mean, it's demotivating to not get it for that long. I'm so happy for you. Is that a ready check or a Q pop? I don't even know. I don't care. We got the Skippy Skip. And that's going to be spicy. Druish Knight just subscribed with Prime. Thank you, Druish Knight. I appreciate it. One step closer, one sub closer to the shocking stream. Oh, it looks like we kicked off a hype train. Woo! Let's go. Chugga chugga. Woo woo. One more person needs to accept. Come on, one person. There we go. Into the cataclysm we go. And our leader is offline. A bunch of people immediately go offline. Did they disconnect? I do not know. Well, it doesn't really matter. We just run towards the portal. And then we do Ragnaros. Yes, we do. No idea what the taunt swap is on Ragnaros, but I also don't really give a shit. It is time walking. How difficult can it be? Famous last words. Thanks for the constant background noise for a long time and encouraging me to continue to play this game and keep chugging at M+. Hell yeah, man. I am very happy to be second monitor background content, not even first tab content. Hell yeah. Or Demon Hunter just got his face smushed. Yes, make sure you get further away from any possible melee DPS. Oh, goodness. He actually got his butt whooped. Like, he got hit 3 times and he almost died. Feel like Josh Stripe Hayes and be second monitor champion. If I'm being mentioned in the same breath as Josh Stripe Hayes, I am in good company indeed. Well, that has been taste testing different sodas, and I need that to become a thing. Yes, currently we're trying orange cream Coca-Cola, which is orange and vanilla Coca-Cola, among other natural flavors, it says. So, what those natural flavors are, I have no idea, but they're other. You both are my MMO men. Am I the one that actually plays games, or what? Because he's the one that just yaps, from my understanding. Frosty says, "Hey lad, how do you make the WeakAuras that are counting down the time with stacks, etc., like the bone shield and the decal on the sides? Trying to learn how to make WeakAuras for myself." When you make pre-made WeakAuras, you can choose whether it's displayed as an icon or a bar. If you make it a bar, you can then choose if it's vertical or if it's horizontal. So I choose vertical, and there you go. You just have this one setting on those bars that says show icon or not. You can then use that. Let me just show you real quick here. So I'll make a whole new one for you. New one, pre-made. You make a progress bar vertical, and you say buffs, and then you find bone shield. Boom. As soon as you do that, you show only if buffed, or choose whichever one works for you. Then here you say show icon, and then everything else is just display settings. That's pretty much it. Looks like we're already pulling, so I guess we're just going to get started here. The pre-made auras are incredibly useful. Most of my WeakAuras are based off of them. Anything a bit more complex, I just start with a pre-made WeakAura, and then I add on top of that, and that has been working out quite well for me. There's a hammer bonk coming in. I'm gonna drop a DND over there. Okay, yoink backs are coming in. Everything's coming in. Do we have a new set of suns? No, we're gonna grip this into the middle of everyone so they can hit it. There we go. I wish I could ping the ground. There we go. What we really need to do is we all need to really stack here, because we have to run across the room to make sure that... I'm just going to drop a D&D here. That should hit all of them. I'm going to grip this away. I'm going to slow this. I'm going to grip it away again. I can't seem to slow these. Okay. Okay, we killed all of them, so no explosions. That is very good. They need to be CC'd, so that is that. Whew, okay. Back to Ragnaros. I'm a little worried that we're all gonna die to the thing where he does the big explosion, but we're kinda... That's it? He's dead? I guess I was worried for nothing. We absolutely destroyed him. That is hilarious. Cool. I think I'm going to do one of these real quick. Actually, that was very stupid of me. I did not need to do that because I am in Orgrimmar where you get the quest. Well, that's a repair cost I shouldn't have incurred, but it's not a big deal. Let's take a quick look here. There we go. And we're going to skedaddle out of here by right-clicking and leaving instance group. Estúpido. Vlad streamed, damn right, Marcus. Yaps about MMOs and plays the weirdest, worst MMOs out there. He's found some real pieces of work out. Yeah, like worst MMO ever series. I loved watching that for a while. I watched it all the time. Is that a mosquito or a fly? If it's a fly, I don't care. Yeah, it's a fly if it flies like that. Get out of here, weirdo. Nobody likes you. Yeah. In that picture, you do look dumb in it. Anyway. I'm done bullying the fly now. Let's take a quick look at the cache of time warp treasures. Did we get a hero piece we can tierify? I have a shoulder game. Come on. Come on. Bummer. But I'm okay with it. It's whatever. It was an off chance of us getting a hero piece we could use. It's whatever. And he leaves his little bath was HC only, I believe. Yeah, but time warp... Isn't time warped or time walking heroic? I'm not worried about him leaving, like getting up on his legs and whatnot, growing some legs. What I was worried about was him. He does this thing where he drops runes on the ground where players are standing, and then you have to run across the room because there's fall off damage, and then a lot of people die to that. Heroic dungeons, probs normal raids. Sounds good. Yeah, sounds correct. Yeah. All right, well, we've done that. Now I have to spam time walking dungeons because I do want the piece that I could get from the raid. Who knows? Maybe I get something real cool. So let's do random time walking dungeon cataclysm. Kaboom. That's a lot easier than trying to go for empty with spell IDs. Thanks, champ. Yeah, you're welcome. Also watching along your Blood DK series to get the gist of tanking for myself. Ooh. The gist of tanking is hold aggro, don't die. And don't pull things that'll kill your group. That's it. Ghost caught in 4K, no cap. I want to see this now. I'm curious. Get out of here, weirdo. No cap is fly. Yeah, Danny, bro. Bro Danny just fucking bro-jabaited me. All that Vlad said, but add a fuck ton of stress on top. Yeah, it's stressful if your group is being stupid, so most of the time, yes, it's stressful. Coming from Blood DK and Havoc DH is fun. Just heal the damage. What you mean?
That's gonna be spicy.
Kaskaron 2 just subscribed. Is there another Kaskaron out there who is Kaskaron 1? I'm curious now. You have piqued my curiosity, friend. I must know these things. Oh, I failed that kick miserably. We're gonna pull once. And we're gonna pull twice. And now everything should be grouped-ish. I completely wasted my dancing rune weapon there. I used it and then, like, did nothing with it. I just ran. Oh, well. Kaskaron died during the Justin TV to Twitch change, unfortunately. Support could not fix it in 2014. And you go way back, huh? Rip Kaskaron, but long live Kaskaron 2. Long live Kaskaron 2, I say. Yo, how's the grind going? Well, it's just begun today, but, well, the stream grind has just begun today. I've been grinding all day as far as content creation is concerned. I edited 2 videos, started editing a 3rd, ran out of time, so no luck there, but I'll get it done. And they're ARC videos, so not as exciting to you WoW enjoyers, unless you just enjoy the yappage. Then you can enjoy the ARC videos as well, because those are pure yap. Those are yappier than these. Justin TV, my account from that time, 2009. Mozek and Kaskaron. Alright, those are... Oh, that's 3 casters right there. I should have... I forgot that there's so many casters here. It's been a while since I've been here, but oh well. Nothing our group can't handle. Alright, we're gonna... just go over here and hit these guys. Hit this guy. We're going to grip this lady. Very good. And grip again. There we go. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Funnily enough, you are the reason the real Kaskaron is alive and WoW after 14 goddamn years. Oh man, that's a long break. That's a long break. So I'm here now. I'm in your Discord and I need friends to do the Sem Plus stuff because none of my Progress Raider friends, family from Rathlichkin and Kata are left. I'm too old and weak to pug. Well. Hopeful people will be able to help you out, but I think you might be doomed to a world of pugging. Because a bunch of adults finding time to do things at the same time is always fun, you know? I miss the days where I could only, where I was just a kid playing World of Warcraft, and I had 0 obligations to anything other than, like, showing up in school every now and again. I miss that. The freedom I had. But now my job is playing World of Warcraft, so I guess I still play World of Warcraft a whole bunch now. Hey, Lenny. Ooh, we got a ring. Don't think anyone in here needs that. Well, I enjoy this delve business. So I got 6 characters, $6.99, $6.95-ish. Surely that that makes a valuable friend. Absolutely, a lot of people can't even be bothered to gear up to that point to do M+. Or they intertwine some M+ between the delves, because to me, spamming delves, the only reason I can do it and tolerate it is because I've built up a tolerance for it by spamming out these characters. Also, my chair is too high up. That's better. I had to turn off my brain as I adjusted the chair. I don't know why, I just have to sit there and not do anything. Awaken Ooze, we're going to, I don't know, not really do much about that. Just trying to keep it away from people, I guess. It does not look like many of us are doing damage, but that's okay, I guess. Ooh, it's time for the eels. Hit 708 on my feral, one more 10 to go for all portals. Hell yeah, Draken. That is awesome. How are you enjoying feral? Is that your main spec, or are you just trying it out this season? I'm going to press Icebound Fortitude and pretend that that did not happen. Because that is a little tiny bit embarrassing. I like how Lenny's, I promise I know how to speak to old people. Mature enough to not break keys on purpose? That's good. Alright, time to hold W. Let's go hold W. Blood boil. Sung in the tone of Skyfall. This is where you use grippy hands, DK. There we go. Had to stop right after our Germany #2 World 80-ish Deathwing Heroic 25 kill because of major surgery that made me miss the first 4 weeks of MOP release back in the day. Oh, bro missed one expansion release. Stopped playing the game. Goddamn. Blotting Barrage. It's dropped over there. Don't think it's going to be an issue. I think the boss is going to be dead before we have any sort of issues with this. Yeah, I just realized this fucking tongue is in the... Ew. Brother, ew. Cut that thing off. Jesus. Ew. I never realized that until this point in time. Ugh. Nasty. Hi, Vivian. I was real sweaty. Progress radi on my shaman back in the day. And if I did not meet Insidia/Paragon fellas in my random dungeon finder during an expansion release, I decided I would rather not play WoW at all anymore. Hey, if that's the level of like level of gameplay and committed, if you're that committed to the game and that's what makes it fun for you, I completely understand. I will not shame people that recognize their sweats and enjoy it. The only type of sweat are people who expect others like to always put in the same amount of effort. Like people that are doing, you know, 12s day one of the season release and stuff like that, and then they're like constantly talking about it or asking other people to do that with at the same time as them. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go do 6s and get hero gear and get decked out before I go do shit that's actually difficult, you know? Like I don't I'm not that sweaty. I just realized I need to go back to Orgrimmar because I just got the Smoldering Ember thing that I want to turn in for the Time Warp badges. I am annoyed with myself right now, but whatever. Now, Vivian, where were you when I was in Helsinki? What is that? Ew. That's his tongue, I think. Geared mage up to 700 just to get benched from main raid progression in guild. Joined another friend instead, and they're way more casual about it, so a blessing in disguise, I think. I mean, was the mage supposed to be for mythic raid progression? To be fair, I can't think of a reason to bench someone in heroic raid, so probably mythic, yeah. And if you get benched in heroic raid, then your guild kind of sucks ass anyway, so not a big loss. Isn't this pretty much identical to another Drake we have? Eh? Ooh, that's not a bad mace. Okay. Mehish. Not bad. Ooh. This is not that bad looking, honestly. I am looking at it on a cow, so might be a little bit shitty. Yeah, I can't say these are particularly amazing looking, but... Oh, look, a book. Spent part of my day putting together bookshelves, so I'm not too happy to see a book. Oh, look at that. This is actually kind of nice. It's like those DK swords in general. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Fire branch. Very hot. Okay, that's a big one. I like the belts. I really like the belts hanging off of it. That actually is kind of cool. Emily Busby, we already have that. Don't really care about any of these, to be honest. Yeah, we're just going to leave that alone, and I'm going to go vendor my crap here. Since I flew back here just for that. We're going to keep the Signet in case I play this DK some more or something, but everything else can go. Okay. Not bad. One button rotation? Sorry, what about the one button rotation? Well enough, I was following Race for World First things over the years and thought that WoW is no longer for me because I could never do what these lunatics are doing. Well, one surviving buddy told me about Delves 2 months ago, and now we're here. Dude, Delves are fun if you just want like a genuine casual experience of like getting MMO character progression without having to deal with people that are fucking stupid. Because the only person you have to deal with is, well, not a person, but a non-player character, is Bran. So you do still kind of get the pug experience, but it's nowhere near as bad. Heroic only, but it's all fair. Lacking a good 600 to 800k DPS. Still learning the ins and outs of Arcane. Turns out it's not just spam Arcane barrage equals profit. I mean, 600 to 800k DPS. I guess it is a big detriment. Tank Brand is so clueless, though. The amount of time he pulled useless crap, I can't even count. Yeah. Tank Brand is annoying with that, but also, like, back in the underwater delves, before they drained them now for this season and stuff, He was such a freaking moron. He would just start going. Like, he'd just fuck off in the middle of a combat and go do stuff. Like, he's trying to hit the mobs, but he's running away. So it's just, I don't know, man. It was weird. And he would just pull a shit ton of mobs. It was crazy. Good news, everyone. I'm now Rizil 3. I'm working on Rizil 4. I'm very happy for you for this momentous occasion, Kyra Cutie. This is... I'm glad you're really pushing this season. You're really pushing. I always giggle to myself when I out DPS brand as tank on details. You can't be sweaty against AI, right? He's been out DPSing me. It's been annoying. I don't like it, actually. But I give him the Hatterang, and if you give DPS brand the Hatterang, he's gonna one-shot entire packs of mobs randomly and do like 50 million damage in a global, so it's hard to out DPS him sometimes. He still does that. I was doing one delve earlier and he literally just did not attack at all. I had to solo the final boss. Oh, that's so annoying. What the hell? Also, 14 minutes ago, Kung Fu Ginger followed. Thank you for the follow, Kung Fu Ginger. And other times he just stands there and tells me to get out of things. I ain't in. What a fella. He's interesting. He's interesting for sure. Tank brand on my Disc Priest is 1.5 to 2 million damage. Tank brand on my Rester Shell and 500k DPS. I guess you just put Atonement on him and pop it. I mean, like, he gets a buff from you directly healing him. So you might not be healing him enough on the Shaman. I need to remember that the soldiers knock back here when they die. Alright, it's me and the healer doing damage. The other people are literally standing there doing nothing. I'm a little confused about that. I need to lower this microphone because I can't see shit. Can't see diddly squat. And that's going to be spicy. I still got my old ways of pulling shit here. From back in Season 2 of Dragonflight. Where you stand slightly around the edge of this curved structure. And it it's useful as line of sight. Nyrolf just resubscribed. They've been subscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much, Nyrolf. I appreciate that. Feels like just the good old times with the trinkets. That's funny, actually, how that worked out. I love people who pull for me. I guess it doesn't matter when I blood boil and out DPS them. Enjoy the stream. Might pop back later. Going for dinner with a girlfriend in a bit. Once again, thank you for explaining the WeakAuras bit. Oh, you're very welcome, and I hope you enjoy your dinner with the girlfriend. Hope it's something delicious. Use my single button assist on Feral. It sits about 3.5 million on the single target. And so far up to about 22 million AoE bursts. Oh shit, I didn't hit the thing. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm just gonna pull this instead of running around the side because I don't care. Dragon is outside of the circle. I'm going to stand in the circle and we're going to kill everything and it's going to be great. You don't have raid bots premium, so you sim every M plus dungeon alone? No. It is, yeah, it's... I'm gonna use anti-magic shell here just so I don't get these stupid slows, because the slows actually drop your haste too, and it feels pretty shit. I'm now going to slow this guy and run away. Screw you, dickhead. This was my first season tanking, and honestly I hated it. It's because of my skill issue or my class. I'm playing Brew and it feels like I always have threat issues, and sometimes normal patrol mobs just melee and one-shot me. What item level are you? It sounds like you're pretty low item level. Maybe you're not keeping shuffle up. That's impossible to not keep shuffle up. If you don't have shuffle up, you're doing something else wrong. But I don't know about survivability issues with Brew. I never had that. But aggro generation at the starts of pulls feels like absolute dog shit. So I can see that being an issue, and depending on what build you're running, that might be part of the problem. I think people have stopped running the build with what is it called? With Fire Breath, and I think Fire Breath gives a good chunk of aggro. So if your group just immediately starts blasting DPS as soon as you touch the mobs or start moving towards the mobs, you're going to struggle to have aggro as Brewmaster. It's my single biggest complaint about Brewmaster is the fact that it kind of fucking sucks at getting aggro to start with. These guys are immune to freaking physical damage right now, so I can't really do much to them. Brew P, not joking. Brew is hard though. Yeah, I don't know what it's like this season. I'm gonna have to see when I get to that point with the series. Because I will eventually have to do it. I'm not looking forward to it, but I will have to do it. Is it actually on me? Okay, interesting. I'm blood boiling here because they're immune to physical damage. I'm gonna ping around here so we don't have to deal with these little stars. They're annoying. This may have been a mistake. I forgot how often that guy actually spams abilities. So he might be in the middle of that and our range can't actually hit him. Oh, I immuned his zap, so now he's actually coming through. Nice. Yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have pulled those. I guess it still worked out, but it still could have done better with that. I am just going to jump off the edge here, and I don't have bubble drop. Bubble drop. But I do have a lot of HP, so I'm probably going to live it anyway. You guys remember the bubble drop? And the doggy hop? And all the other things we used to do here to try and not take fall damage? Good job, Hunter. Make sure you hit them before anyone's even in range to hit it. That makes perfect sense. God, I fucking hate hunters. Oh well. Time walking per quest or leveling? I am doing it for the quest. We're the whatchamacallits, the Blood DK series is alive and healthy. We've already done 2 videos of it. I'm just not gonna bother doing anything specific for this. I'm just gonna kill it. It's not really gonna make a difference. I don't think time walking difficulty would kill us, right? Right? I'm wrong. Maybe I should have moved over to the thing. I mean, I didn't, so who cares? I don't have enough thingy to help people here, so I don't. Yeah, anyway, bye. We got fucking wrecked. I should have moved over and pinged it, maybe. I don't know. Fall damage? As a goblin enthusiast, my rocket jump has never heard of it. Kills everyone and dips. How did I kill everyone? I can't move them into the thing. It's not my fault they died standing outside of the thing. Very on brand, very time walking. I'm the tank, they follow me. Do they though? Do they really follow me if they hit things before I reach them? Do they really follow me? You can't blame that one on me. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. This orange cream Coca-Cola with orange vanilla flavored and other natural flavors. It's kind of growing on me. Kind of growing on me. At first I didn't really like it, but then now I like it a little bit. It's kind of, yeah, you know. It's growing on me like a tumor, let's put it that way. Two more runs and then I can get disappointed by my drop from the raid and we can go. And do some keys, try and hit 2K. I think I have to do Floodgate, Gambit, and Streets at +9 or 8 or 9 to do that. We have a 9 Priory. I guess I'll drop it to an 8 and do it as an 8 for the increase in rating because we're. Oh, this counts as 2 dungeons. Hell yeah, let's do this. I think I'd do the Priory that I have just because of the rating increase. As a fellow tank, they can and they will blame you. Been there, done that. I don't give a shit. The thing is, like, at this point, I know that I know how to tank the mobs. I know that I know the mechanics. The only thing that I can be blamed for is a mismatch in expectations, where people expect one kind of pull and I provide them with a different kind of pull. Usually my pulls are safer than what people would like to have. Oh goodness, excuse me. Couldn't cover my mouth for that one because I was busy mashing my buttons here. To top the DPS, you know how it goes. Big flexing over here in the in the time walking queues. Okay, there we go. I didn't even get to hit what's her face with the thing. Emerald Dragon. Ah, this annoying one. Okay, well, let's do this. First smooth beam is over here, right? There it is. Let's drag them into it. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to wait here until it's all used up. Right. This is so annoying. I have like hots on me and shit, so the healer instantly gets aggro on everything. And I can't, like, there's literally nothing I can do. I fucking hate this. And the healer has been slow to move into these zones. I can't recall where the next one is. There it is. What dungeon is this? I have never seen it before. Oh, this, it's a time walking dungeon. It is, I can't remember what exactly it's called, but it is, part of the Cataclysm experience. Or the Cataclysm experience? The Cataclysm, expansion. End Time? Ah, yeah, well, there you go. It's called End Time. There's, like, I think there's 3 parts to this. And the nice thing is, when it's time walking, this counts as 2 dungeons for some reason. So it's really, really nice. It's annoying is what it is. I like it. It is by far the fastest one in Kata time walking, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it's straight up just faster than any of the other dungeons. From my recollection of the list of dungeons we get for this. And then we just do the bronze one. Let's go. Well, yeah, this was the literally last dungeon I ever played, but even I could not remember anything about it. Oh, End Time. I recognize the name, but if I have played it, it was ages ago when it was current content. And I was but a wee lad. A long time ago, indeed. I'm not pinging you to run and fucking stare at it. I'm pinging you to click it. Jesus fuck. Like 3 people ran up to it, but none of them actually... None of them actually pressed the fucking thing. Oh, man. Oh, I was wrong. It only counts as 1. Or does it? Did it count as 2? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go queue for another one. It doesn't matter. Just to running around to the moon stuff. Oh, that part? Yeah, I can agree that that's really annoying. Especially if you have a hot healer. And then the hots are ticking on you and... Yeah... That's what happened to me just now. It's really annoying. One more group we need to find, and then time walking is donezo. Did you sleep better than yesterday? Me? Yeah, I slept okay. I didn't have to sleep on the couch. I was sleeping on the couch because Danny had to wake up early and she couldn't fall asleep with me snoring. We're working on fixing that issue though. She ran out of earplugs from for a long time now. She's had no good earplugs, which are kind of necessary with my sleep apnea snoring. So, yeah. You're a hot healer? Hella hot. The hottest. Uno más. There we go. Which one is it? It's gonna be something long and annoying, isn't it? I don't know, man. One gulp of this is great. Another gulp of this, it tastes like shit. I don't know. The drink's got bipolar syndrome. Or disorder. Hey, Vlad, do you have the poll open for the next tank? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Probably tomorrow is when the poll opens. It'll be linked in the video. One of the DPS has been waiting for a long time and went AFK just to go pee, and now when he comes back, he'll be very disappointed knowing that he missed the queue. Unfortunate. Ah, okay, it's this one. We can make this fast-ish if people don't run too far ahead of me like idiots and die and do stupid stuff like that. Of course, the tank is far away. I'll pull him, don't worry. I'll pull him. I can't, there's no point in running to him just to run back here. Where we can do it less annoyingly. Just gonna keep gripping him so that I have grip aggro. There we go. I wonder, can I live this one? Oh, he can't apparently. Never mind. Oh god, I already hate this warrior. I'm just gonna let him do his thing. I know that our buddy here kills these guys, but I pulled them. So the funny thing is, if you hit these guys before Raz gets to them, you actually get EXP. So you can help people that are leveling by giving them a tiny bit more EXP that way. And you can also make them move closer to Raz sooner. And then he gets to kill them faster. I'm just going to kill these before I go next because I don't want to... Yeah, okay, the warrior gets the idea. All of these are casters, aren't they? No, 2 of them are casters. This used to be my jam. I bet the punchy guy NPC is slower in clearing the path than the trash players are in time walking. Not really, no. The big mobs have a lot of HP, and they've adjusted the scaling on these a little bit. I didn't mean to death grip that, but fuck it, whatever. I'm just gonna ping me so people can see that we want to run through here so we can avoid pulling some trash mobs over there.
There's Raz. Are you good, bro? Are you gonna actually pull these guys and kill them? There we go. I usually don't do this, but I'm going to pull both the elementals here. It's a kind of a bad idea, but I'll do it anyway. I've been stunned. I'm getting hit by zealots. Huh? Wait, where the fuck did these guys come from? That's gonna get pulled by our friends here. There's a bunch of mobs over there. I'm gonna put a DND on them just to slow them while I deal with this shit. I know, I can see them. There we go. Well, ain't that annoying? Conflagration needs to die, otherwise people are just gonna keep kicking the bucket here. Why is no one killing it? There we go. I hope people use the portal at the entrance. So he's the most clueless guys who run ahead? Sometimes, yeah. Not always, but often enough. I'm hoping Meteor doesn't one-shot anyone in here. I have no more movement speed increases, so it's time for the warrior to run ahead of me. Bro, if you want a tank, just queue as tank. Literally buy a 300 gold shield off the auction house and queue for time walking as a tank. It's not... It ain't that fucking hard. This guy's pinging me like, I don't know, like I can go cat form and run faster. Glad making M+ look like time walking and time walking look like M+. That's what folks want to see. Yeah. Everybody likes to sweat through time walking. Although sometimes it does feel like it's sweaty in time walking. Because like the scaling can sometimes just wreck you. If you have a bunch of people at level like, I don't know, 79 with no item level, it can be pretty annoying. But thank goodness this is all done, and let us get the heck out of here. I am not interested in any of this anymore. I'm feeling a little sick, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm feeling achy. All right, let's see. Do we get something juicy? Something juicy? We get a champion two-hander. At least it looks cool. I think, you know what? Fuck yeah, I'll take it. It looks cool as shit. Look at this thing. I like it a lot, actually. The big bonker. Supermassive Star Crusher. Got the same thing on your Blood DK and Transmogged ASAP? Yeah, I'm gonna stick to Feralath for this character, but I could see some Transmogs around that. Did you do rag on this guy already? Yep. And I think I got shoulders. I got hero tier shoulders from the quest, which is useless because I already have hero tier shoulders. But oh well. Now, I am going to go ahead and drop this Priory of the Sacred Flame. Am I gonna drop it? I'm just gonna do it at a 9. I'm just gonna do it at a 9. I don't need to drop it. It's fortified, so I'm a little worried about how I'm going to group mobs and whether or not I'm just gonna kick the bucket. But we're going to find out. And I'm going to lie. I'm going to list it as an 8. And now we wait for the 8. I did 6 full clears of Oldwar time walking for nostalgia reasons, and that Flame Leviathan, sheesh. Yeah, Flame Leviathan is the only hard part of Oldwar time walking, because you don't just beat the shit out of the boss. You have to actually do something. Like, you have to understand what's going on with the vehicles and stuff. But for the most part, it's pretty chill. Like, once you get past Flame Leviathan, you just kind of walk through the bosses. I guess one annoying one is still the lady in like the jungle-ish type area. I don't trust these two. For some reason, I just don't trust them. Bad juju. Freya, aka pull the whole room. Bring out the whole ocean. And this is where we wait for a healer. Casual Mimir in hard mode felt so weird to me, given the last time I saw that was after 200-ish wipes. Yeah, it's wild when you take that long of a break and you come back and there's time walking that trivializes the content that you last did and it was actually hard. But to be honest, if they brought those same raids back today, the current player base would absolutely, completely demolish it. At least the people that are actively trying to do well. Like, those raids from back in the day, their mechanics are fucking jokes compared to what we have to do today in the raids. Because the average MMO gamer and the average World of Warcraft player has gotten significantly better over the years. Like, to the point where it's kind of funny. Like, compare something like, shit man, even Gallywix. Compare Gallywix to what we had to do, like, for Wrath of the Lich King. Like, literally any boss in Wrath of the Lich King is a fucking joke compared to Gallywix. Even Gallywix, who is, like, straight up easy. I don't want to talk about the Menzies. Menzies was a fucking nightmare. Alright, let's just invite these guys and get a move on. If they deem us worthy to accept our invitation. Good evening, Not Lad. Hope all is well. We're going pretty well so far. We did time walking, got nothing out of it. Now we're gonna do Priory. Oh yeah, my little sister did hop on the classic wave and redid the entire content that we progress rated together from 2011 to 2014. And as a #1 retail hater, even she had to admit that shit was easy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the thing is, you don't play classic because it was more difficult. It was more time consuming and stuff like that, for sure. But it was never, like, no one can, with a serious face, say that classic is more difficult than retail. It's different, but it's definitely, like, some things are more annoying, like learning all the minutia of certain specs. Like, I imagine playing Warrior is a massive fucking pain in the ass if you want to stance dance and all of that shit, but I can't imagine that you could say the content itself is more difficult than retail. There is nothing. Just takes longer. Yeah. And not always in a good way. I'm fighting the belt boss when it comes to loot. Did make 4 set on Valley? What? Oh, like you keep getting belts from your vault instead of getting 4 set? Is that what you're trying to say, Larry? My brain didn't really process what you were saying, but now okay, yeah. Nah. Sorry, it took me a moment to parse what you were trying to say. Belts from your loot boxes, the weekly ones? Oh man, that sucks. Big suckage. All right. Take a look-see here. I am going to be honest with you guys. I am a tiny bit worried about how I'm going to live this first pull. But I guess it's time to find out. I guess it is time to find out. Set the group with a ready check. And it's time to start the pull timer. As a perpetual optimizer back in the day, I enjoyed eking out every little advantage out of my shaman, and I actually enjoyed farm raids and speeding those up, which is why I guess M plus speaks to me, except the pug part. Yeah, the time attack nature of M plus does spark joy for min-maxers, but the thing is, you need people that are gonna match your expectations and you know. And your goals. Otherwise, you're gonna have a very hard time having fun in M+. Because that's the biggest friction point in any sort of group content is when people within the group, when there's a skill disparity, or if there's a significant difference in goals and expectations.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Someone just isn't geared enough? Gear is easy. You just do an easier piece of content. But like, if there's different expectations from the group, it's very different. I mean, expectations is very all-encompassing in a way. Like, you either have the same expectations and you're going to do content that's for gearing up someone, right? That's an expectation right there. Or you don't have the same expectation. Which is, one person wants to just sit there and get geared up while other people are, you know, just doing random... trying to push keys, so you have different expectations. Sorry, I'm trying to live this right now, so I might not be speaking in the most eloquent terms. I really gotta focus for this, huh? Okay, if I can live this on a 9 fortified with a group that seems a little bit lost in the sauce, I can do it in a 10 with a decent group. Whew. Okay, holding shield slam here. I don't know what this healer is doing, but he's not healing, and it's a little bit painful right now. How is that guy dead again? Ah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to chill with this group. They're kind of shit. I don't know. They just keep dying constantly. Everyone's kind of staying stacked, and the issue is that... oh, come on. I gripped him right as he did his little jump, so he didn't get gripped. That's annoying. Yeah, everyone's staying stacked, so when she jumps, she puts bleeds on 2+ people, and that is kind of a pain in the ass. That was tough. I don't know. I'm looking at the warlock not getting healed for I don't know how long. Oh, the healer's out of mana. That's why. Healer needs to stop drinking and actually heal himself. Okay, never mind. We good. I'm just gonna wait for mana here for the healer. We got new health stones coming in. I'm just waiting on healer mana. All right, where's this group? It's right here. Okay. Having to focus because I'm being pushed out of my comfort zone right now, because this is kind of difficult for me to live because I'm not that great at blood decay, and I'm doing fortified. Bro, what are people dying to? I genuinely don't understand at this point. Are people stepping in traps or something? Like, what's the issue exactly? I'm confused. Oh, my guy is literally just spamming healing surge. That's why there's no HPS happening. Like, he's just spamming the fuck out of healing surge. I swear, if he's spamming healing into me... I don't know. This is gonna be rough. This may be rough. Also, I should not be keeping up with DPS with these guys, but I think it's mostly because people keep dying. Healer's drinking. I'm going to go ahead and pull Damien here. one of these guys, drop a DND like so. Can you fucking not? Can you not? Can you just not walk up to that mob and immediately... What the fuck is an elemental shaman walking up those stairs for? To get into his fucking mouth and get punched in the face after ripping aggro by using cool... Like, I don't understand why the fuck they just died. I genuinely don't get it. DPS players, bro. What do I do? Sorry, everything about this group is just upsetting me right now. Our healer is clearly new to healing. But hey, it's an 8. Those are actually it's a 9, but that's a learning key apparently. Well, hey, look, healing surge is not that good at keeping everyone alive. How weird is that? Bro, I don't know. Everyone's dying, and my guy can't push past 1.8 million HPS to save his life. It's a little bit upsetting, but that just means we need to do pussy pulls throughout the entire run. I'm gonna step closer to here. I'm just gonna ping danger here, so people know that there's shit that they need to not get. Well, not body pull back there. Yeah, people that get the bleed debuff, there's just no chance for them getting healed the full because their buddy is not doing great. I'm gonna use anti-magic shell here to avoid getting hit by Emberlance's Divine Judgment, because that'll increase my damage taken, and I don't know how I can survive that. So I do need a bit of a dispel there, but oh well. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a toughie. You just saw the title for the stream? Oh, the Yo Mama joke? I try to include those in every stream. Sometimes my stream title's too long and I can't, but I do try every time. Alright, our percent is looking good. Like, we've pulled everything we've wanted to pull. Now the only question is, like, will we actually get through this fight? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit worried. A little bit worried. But let's find out. I'm just kicking the boss. I don't care. If the group decides to kick Dual Maul, that's great. If not, I don't care. Because I've seen situations where the boss doesn't get kicked because people all tunnel on kicking. Because I kick Dual Maul and then I don't have a kick for the boss. That's really what happens. So I don't want to have that situation going on. Oh, we didn't Bloodlust the first pull. So we just Bloodlusted now. Oh, no, actually we have Bloodlust back up because we were so fucking slow. So that's a reason, I guess. Oh, and our ranged, of course, are standing in fucking Narnia. So that way when Dalecry jumps, we all have to run 3.5 miles to get there. But luckily we only have one melee. Unless you count the Elemental Shaman that wants to walk into the mob's face, rip aggro, and then die. You can count that, I guess. As melee, if you wanted to. It looks like people are kicking Dalecry, so I'm gonna kick Dual Maul when I need to reposition him. Otherwise, I won't kick. Like right now, I'm not gonna kick. I just don't care. Healer is heavily struggling. Yeah, it's definitely not a big pull after this, I'll tell you that much. Definitely not a big pull after this, because we are just We're trying our hardest, but yeah, it's not a thing. I can't do anything about this affix. So I have to just wait here. Any dispellers? Any dispel enjoyers? No, I'm waiting for the affix. And I guess healer mana, but no healer mana. I'm going to drop a D&D back there. I'm going to hit these guys with this. I'm going to choose Vampiric Embrace, or not Embrace, sorry, Vampiric Blood. And that D&D is a shabby way to get aggro. So I got to put in some effort now when they're here. I'm not gonna, like, if I pull more than 2 paladins at any point in time, our healer is probably gonna just not be able to keep us alive. So I gotta chill it, you know. To be honest, if the group wasn't locked BDK, you would probably wipe. He only has to heal 1 person. Yeah, I guess. The Warlock's been definitely practicing his defensives this run, because he had to use absolutely everything during the first few pulls. I think the healer's slowly starting to figure... Never mind. Never mind. Oh, I love aggro. I love struggling for aggro while mobs are in melee and I'm hitting them. It's just super fun. Healer needs to figure out how to fucking play the game. I don't know, man. Is this your first dungeon healing, bro? I don't get it. Release. There's nothing I can do about these casts half the time and nobody else is kicking either, so it's kind of annoying. I don't know. If I have to pull these groups one at a time, I don't know how we're going to do this, but at least the DPS is good, it feels like. You won't get past Brawn Pike? I think we will. %32 mana. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I had Dancing Rune Weapon for the start of this, so I think the aggro here is going to work out a little bit better. Rip that guy. Kick Priest. Placing the zone behind me so that I have room to keep moving. I don't know, watching someone with all the HP in the world, like all the HPS possible available, just not be able to do more than 1.5 million HPS is just fucking weird, man. I genuinely don't know what to say. I'm fighting the urge to say something in party chat, but like it's gonna do absolutely nothing for me. It's going to upset the healer even more. It's not like he doesn't know that he's fucking up. Sorry guys, I can't commentate much because I have to focus a little bit. It was a wasted death and decay though. People are taking 2 stacks and shit. I'm a DK, guys. Come on. We're gonna be doing this dungeon for a year. It's time to fucking learn how it works. I need to drag him further away from that so we have room for the castigator shields. Everyone's healthy enough. I'm just gonna take 2 hits. Just kill him. We don't need the soak. Just kill him. There you go. Simple as that. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna pull because these are about to expire. I don't need to buff these mobs as soon as I pull them. That'd be stupid. Watching 4 people not kick is wild, bro. It's fucking wild. I guess everyone's stressed about almost dying every time a Sacred Toll goes out. I'm just keeping the, like, I'm saving my interrupt not for the mage's fireball volleys. If those go off, I don't know how we're gonna live. The paladins doing their thing. I'm gonna start moving because this thing's gonna start blowing up soon. I may have line of sighted some of our DPS, but I also don't really give a shit. This double pull feels like it feels like just a guaranteed death for the entire group if I do it. So I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna grip this mage. I'm gonna hit this guy. I'm gonna blood boil once this approaches. I'm gonna play this as safe as possible because I just don't trust the group to actually do this correctly, which is to kick the fireball volleys and to use defensives when they get beamed, which just never happens because everyone's like, ooh, many targets must smash face into keyboard. So we're just gonna play it slow and hope for the best. Ice spawn's about to blow up. Alright, I do not recommend this. Don't do this at home, folks. Don't do this at home. How the fuck did this guy die just now? How the fuck did he die? He pulled Brawn Pike before the patrol because I just didn't want to wait for 2.5 hours for the patrol. Jesus fucking Christ, instead of CCing them 15 times in a row, just kick them. What is that death quill? I guess probably because they don't have an interrupt available, so... The patrol is nearby. If I pull the patrol into Brawn Pike, someone's dying, so I can't do that. 8 minutes remaining. Timeable, I think, but Jesus Christ. If people aren't sending cooldowns on this, I'm going to literally explode. Neither shaman used a kick. Yeah, our elemental shaman is a bit not great, and our healer is trying to press his... I think his only 2 buttons are the healing totem. And, yeah, well, he gets the drink now because he got to wait for patrol anyway. Yep, I see it. He says but I see it, bud, no worries. But Warlock paid the price here. I think he got fireballed. Maybe I could have saved him. My bad. I should have CR'd him. I think that would have actually been the call here. This light spawn's about to start dying. Yep. Okay, once my death grip... I have a death grip available. We're gonna death grip this. I'm gonna dancing rune weapon here. We're gonna blood boil. This group needs to die relatively quickly. That'll give us percent. Then we have 6 minutes to kill the boss. Luckily, it's not tyrannical. It's just a 9, so we can do this. But I don't know. We timed this in spite of our shaman, not because of our shaman. Let's put it that way. And which one do I mean? Well, both really. Oh man. Okay. He did a lot of work this key too, to be honest. Yeah, the DH is great. His DPS is basically the only reason we're able to time this. Big explosions. Shaman gets to heal us all with his healing surges. Look at that, just healing surge, nothing but. I don't want to buff the boss. I don't want to pull until that's gone. So we're just gonna pull now. Yeah, we can lust either on pull or once we get upstairs. I guess getting upstairs and lusting might be the better call, just so we can prevent the chance of having to deal with 2 waves. But between the shamans and me, there should be absolutely no way for those mobs to ever reach us. Between Earth Grab or just Earth Bind Totem and my 2 slowing DNDs, there's just nothing that should be able to make it through. Genuinely, like, just nothing should be able to reach. Regardless of how many waves come out, because you can just keep putting down Earthbind Totem on the same place, because it lasts for 30 seconds and it has a 30-second cooldown, so you just keep it where it needs to be, and that's it.
3, 2, 1.
Almost got blinded there. I wasn't paying attention. I was busy yapping. Assuming the shamans will use the totems. Yeah, Apollo wants me to fix my posture with a posture check, so we're going to do so. Thank you, Apollo. Appreciate that. He's about to, or she's about to go up, so I'm gonna hold any DNDs I might have. Another blinding light goes out before we go up. We're using movement speed to get up. I should have reset my stacks here, but it doesn't matter. Lust. Half and half on both sides. Lust being popped. And drop a DND here. Earthbind Totem is down there. We're going to just drop another DND there anyway, because we're going to have one soon. I'm moving boss away from this. People are stunning those. We should be fine with the stun totems. Okay, they did use Earthbind Totem, actually. They did actually use Earthbind Totem. I don't know who it was. Was it the DPS or the healer? But someone used Earthbind Totem. I saw it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Use anti-magic shell so I can keep mashing my buttons into this. And there we go. 3 minutes remaining. Shaman goes down. We have 3 CRs available because people kept releasing very quickly. And I think, my friends, I think that is it. Okay, we actually timed this key.
4,
Goodness gracious. I didn't expect to.
1.
That is all I was say. All I will say is I did not expect to time this key. Oh. $225 casts of Healing Surge. I told them to look up a guide. I don't think Healing Surge is supposed to be spammed. And I'm going to say see you around. Hey Vlad, did you make any changes to Jundi's player profile? Yes, I changed the color of something that I have aggro on versus something that I don't. Because I want the color to be purple if I have aggro, and red if I don't have aggro, and reversed when I'm DPS. We managed to do the rep quest, so we get some Karesh rep, some Karep, if you will. And that was a tough key. We got a 10 out of it, though. Of course, it's a frickin' halls. I think I'm just going to join people's 8s for these keys. Because I want to hit 2k, I don't want to keep doing the same 3 dungeons over and over again by doing my key. Depends on keys, you press it a lot if playing Totemic, especially if lacking haste. I don't know what the fuck he was playing, but I don't think you press it 225 times. Straight up, I just don't think you press it 225 times and run every single pull and do 1.7 million HPS. Like, I don't know what build you are, but this doesn't look correct to me. I haven't seen this in any other Shaman's breakdown, at least not good ones. Hey Vlad, did you make... Oh, sorry, I just read that. That first section leading up to the first boss was rough? Yeah. 22 uptime on Riptide looks wrong? Yeah, I don't know. 136 casts of Riptide. I feel like you should have more Riptides than Healing Surges, but I don't fucking know. All I know is that everyone was constantly low. Nobody was ever at full HP if there were damage events going off. And during the Paladins section, I had to pull the like safest pulls I ever have pulled for those for the dungeon. Usually I pull way bigger there, but I saw what the HPS was like, and I was like, let's not do this to our friends here because I don't think they're going to appreciate it at all. I don't think they would appreciate it. Even with the pulls I did, as soon as there were 3 paladins, it was fucking ogre, bro. It was like they just straight up could not heal through three paladins. People just started dropping like flies. And like, I don't want to shame them or anything, but like clearly they're new and they should maybe do a bit, you know, lower keys or something to figure out their rotation, not be after every pull and all that, you know, stuff like that. Is this the point where you join other people's keys and we try and snipe you? I mean, I was hosting my own keys and you still, you could snipe me. I guess you couldn't because I know your characters' names. He might have had agility trinkets. Bro, you could have agility, you could have no trinkets and do more HPS than that if you just play the game right. Hey, Vlad in chat, could you help me make a good WeakAuras to track Symbiotic Bloom for Resto Druid? That sounds useless. Why would you bother tracking Symbiotic Bloom? Except Vlad, I started playing Blood myself, but have no tier. What spec you recommend? I think you always run Sand Lane. I think it does better damage. It has less survivability than Deathbringer, but I feel like it's just the way to go. I haven't played much Deathbringer. I tried a couple of keys of it, but in a previous season. But Sand Lane just feels better, and I think the tier set for Sand Lane is better, so. I bet if you AMZ'd, they run out of it. I don't have AMZ. I dropped it to get the movement speed talent for the first pull. Which is stupid, but it just makes life easier. That Shaman's healing breakdown is disgusting. I don't know about disgusting, but they can definitely improve, and I think they will. They look like they're like, oh shit, you know, I should probably do something. But honestly, I'm more interested in why this guy was doing so little damage. He is apparently 0 item level. I think that's just incorrect. But, like, he's doing tank damage. Sand Lane is quite a lot more damage than Deathbringer, yeah? Well, there you go. I don't know if he has 2 set or what. I see that he had this shaman. I have no idea. I don't know how to tell either. I can see that he has shitty shitty trinkets though. But the healer shaman, I think he still has insurance, which insurance being this low also feels like his totem is probably not being used as much as it should be. Because insurance on Shaman heals a fuck ton. Then again, he could have 2 set. I really don't know what he's doing. But it doesn't really matter. I have Heroic Raiders progging Demencias that do less than tank damage. People that have... I'm gonna say it this way. People that have to prog Heroic while people are actively pugging Heroic should be met with reasonable low expectations. That's how I'm gonna say it. Yeah, there we go. Wait, you can pug heroic raids? Yeah. It's a pain in the ass. You don't get invited, and a lot of people get boosted earlier in the season and then never learn mechanics, and they have ahead of the curve on one character, so they keep linking it to get in into heroic runs, and then they don't do anything correctly and keep wiping you. It's miserable to pug, but it is doable. And then you get a bunch of people that know how to play the game, and they all do the pug just fine. Ooh, okay. I needed a bit of recovery. I even had to lay back a bit. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather for the last hour or so, and I don't know why that's happening. But it is time to get back into it. We're going to queue up for one of these 3 dungeons. So both Tazaveshes and a Floodgate need to be done on a +8, I would guess. Let's take a look at MPG. MPG. It's in the game. What? Let's do 7s of all 3 of these, and then we have more than enough rating if we do that. What about if we just do 6s? That is not enough. So if we do 2 7s and a 6, we got this covered. I'm thinking Gambit 6, Street 6, the 7. I feel like if we do it like this, we'll get our rating. So I'm just gonna do some 6s and a 7, and I feel like that'll be fine. So I'm gonna try and look for some groups. I'll look for the 6s first. Okay, by the way, guys, I figured out a cute, like a really neat little thing. If you type in minimum rating of 1 for M+, all the advertisement people go away. Sure, you also don't see people with 0 rating, but do you care? So yeah, if you type in 1 here in the pre-made groups filter, there's nothing. I think you can also do a filter like that for just with the default UI, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know if this is like normal UI or if it's part of pre-made groups filter. But it is very nice because you get rid of all the spamming advertisers. Maybe I should do party fit so I don't try to join groups that have tanks. Find one for raids too. Let's take a look. Maybe I can do that. Back, raids, war within, find a group, filter. I don't see one like that for raids. I guess you could use this. But there's some people that raid that have 0 rating. So maybe MP rating greater than 0. Something like that. Like if you use that, maybe you can use that for clearing this up. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to dungeons. Pro tip, if you're tired of like moving this around, if you right click it and move it, it just snaps to the edge of this. So I can move it, close this, right click it, and it'll just go back here. Got you covered. I'm just going to start applying to these groups. Oh, there we go. We got invited. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Would be cool if Blizz punished this shit, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, if your title contains like want to sell in a whatchamacallits, in a group listing, you should instantly just get fucking banned. I mean, it's kind of stupid because it might get like accidentally ban people, but it's kind of crazy that people can sit there constantly be like that and just, you know, nothing happens to them. Hey, this was, let's see what the group lead has. The group lead has a Gambit, no, a Streets. DJ Boner X is the name of our party lead. He has a Streets. Okay, well, let's get over to Tazavesh and get in there. To be honest, Blizzard should just add selling to the game, like an automated pay 100k, get ahead of the curve. I think 100k is low, but yeah. DJ Boner X, yep. Creative name. Creative name. Alright, let's see if this +6 goes smoother than the +9 we did for Priory. God, I hope so. I need a bit of a break after that Priory.
Unhinged. Based. 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 The fuck? I don't know where that came from. Would you have had to leave if you saw Goonmaster in the group? Probably I would have left, yeah. I've done it before when I recognize that someone from the stream enters the party. I would just leave. Because it's like, it's a bit too free if you guys join my keys. Because you guys actually try to play the game. Instead of, you know, spamming Healing Surge. So there's that. Best name I saw is a frost mage called Ice Swallow. That's pretty good. I like that. Making second account to snipe. Oh shush. Or DJ Boner X is getting some water right now, so we're chilling. Goonmaster is unhinged. You like it? Marcus has some interesting names. One of his names is Squirt Guzzler, so how that one hasn't been renamed yet, I don't know. Just remembered, Bella has a balanced druid that she named Goonkin. Yeah, I like that one too. That one's really good. Goonkin, my love. Hold on. Oh, hey, nice. We get to play the video game. It's a +6, so I'm literally just gonna kick back. And you're a guy called... You're... Okay. Interesting person. That sounds like a kindred soul with Marcus here. He makes piss names a lot. He has Pissidin. He has Pissy Lizzie. He has... What else is there?
5, 4,
Pissy Wizzy.
2.
What else is there? Lots of piss names. Turek says, my best character name was Guardian Druid Beardozer, Master of the Ways.
2.
Beardozer. Like a bulldozer, but bear. I like that. That's pretty good. Drop a D&D here. Ba -ba -ba -ba. I'm gonna do chill pulls. I don't feel like I need to do anything too sweaty. I'm gonna hit these guys. We're gonna pull this officer over. We're gonna pull this officer over. We're gonna blood boil. We're gonna use our dancing rune weapon. I'm just big chillin'. Big chillin'. Bean splicer goes down. I'm gonna go step into the room. Okay, we have some extra pulls here. That's fine. I am trying my hardest to interrupt people, but there's only so much I can do. Second bean splicer is going to be coming in soon from the overseer. Couple of seconds. There it is. It drops right on top of my head. I'm going to go and pull this group now. I'm not a big fan of chain pulls, and probably shadow priests aren't either. At least not I wasn't when I played shadow priest. I'm hoping this overseer dies soon because he is kind of a pain in the ass. If he does another bean splicer, I'm going to be unhappy. There is another bean splicer. It goes down on top of us again. I'm moving away. I'm gripping this guy, kicking this guy. There we go. 3 people that can dispel. I can heal myself, and we're getting 5 stacks of the buff. That's good. I'm gonna ping that I'm going this guy, but I'm just gonna hit these 2. And there we go. I had to go blood boil them because I know what's gonna happen is people are gonna fucking immediately jump on them and start blasting them, and I'm gonna lose aggro if I just Death's Caress. Not having good ranged like damage options as a blood DK really sucks.
I much prefer like a Guardian Druid where you just moonfire the fuckers and you're good. you just hit them with the moonfire and you big chillin'. All right, looks like Zohan here Zohan is gonna go down easy peasy mode. Remember first time I did this place on M0 or something or whatever? I don't think it was M0. I think the first time I just did this is M+. On PTR, I was the Lust class, I think. And I lusted on pole of Zohan instead of the other thing. I think I was playing my Hunter or something. I don't know. Was I the Lust class or did someone just bloodlust? I don't know, man. Either way. I remember lusting the mini boss instead of the boss. I got Vampiric Strikes out the wazoo. Look at that. Interrogation going out. I'm trying to avoid getting hit by that. Mage has blink. Like proper blink, which is nice. Or they're human. Or who was that? I think it was... It doesn't go on healer, so I don't think it was the healer. Whatever. I think it was the mage. I didn't see them blink, so I don't know what they did. They're a blood elf, so they didn't use the human racial. I'm pulling them to the side a little bit so that when the beams drop, we can just move towards where we want to go. Double beams go down, we're just going to move towards where we want to go. Hopefully nobody gets hit by them, nobody does. We Gucci. We move on. New WoW player here, I just wanted to tell you your Zero to Hero series has been amazing. I'm learning so much watching the videos. That's awesome. I'm glad that my yapping has been informative. I do try to include some useful information instead of just yapping about random shit. Sandal sock is disgusting. Yes, truly that is the most vile name that Marcus has thought of so far. I'm gonna ping that I'm going in that direction so people know to move with me. The splicer goes down, we're gonna move. I can't move just yet. Okay. We're good now. Warlock is... bro. Not the Warlock. The DK is ripping aggro from me. Alright, I think we're big chillin' now. We got some crisscross applesauce action going on. We kicked one. Hopefully somebody kicks the other one. Nice. Or Frost DK kicks it. Big. Third gearing video is Delve's only way to gear up without crafting gear. Yeah, kind of. It's the only gear that's worth getting. Because it's champion gear, right? You could do M0s. Can this activate? Did they fix that? I think they fixed that. I'll try again after I get aggro on these. This DK's popping the fuck off. What item level is this fucking DK, bro? What the fuck is that? 710. What is he doing in a 6? Jesus. Too long like my schlong. Okay. Can I actually activate this? No, bro, come on. They patched it out. That's so annoying. Alright, I gotta blood boil these guys, otherwise I won't have aggro. He's very ruined for his new Trinky Dink or something. Possible. Or he's like friends with someone in here and he's just like making the runs go fast. I don't know. I'm waiting for the second one before I CC. Never mind. I gripped. Oh, I didn't mean to grip that guy. Whatever. Don't matter. No. Buddy thinks he can actually hurt me. Yeah, no, I don't think that's happening. He's bouncing me back. He's about to die, so I'm literally just gonna drag him here into the corner so that the orbs keep going in a predictable direction. The other boss hasn't even jumped in yet. Nice shadow crash, bro. Love that for you. Oh, it's on me. That's a good joke. Goddamn. There we go. So we do have 2 mobs that we pulled extra, but there's really not much I can skip. There's like no mobs I can skip. That would be the equivalent of those 2 mobs, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, we're gonna drop a DNV here. We're gonna look to grip this wise guy. Good blind by the other DK. Just keep gripping. Keep on gripping. By the way, how do you get this UI? You can get my profiles. You can type in !Discord. There we go. Marcus already did it. There's a channel where all my add-ons are. Good job, Mage. Just gonna go activate the RP here. Yes, that's good. And now I'm going to ping over here for people to wait. I'm gonna try and group everything, but that might be a bit of a pain in the ass. There's gonna be one fucking guy. I'm telling you right now. There's gonna be one fucking guy that's gonna walk in here with me, hit them, and get aggro. Oh, wow. Everyone's waiting outside. Holy shit. Incredibili. I can't keep aggro on this fucking Frost DK. He's gonna do 17 million DPS or whatever the fuck. How am I supposed to keep aggro on that? I think just to not further annoy this group, I'm just gonna do this boss right now. I mean the mythic thing on the right and the nameplates. The nameplates are Jundi's plater profile. And the mythic thing here, that is warp deplete and add-on. Like I said, every part of the UI is going to be listed. I do need to update the plater profile that I'm using. I'm saying currently it says that I'm using Quasi's profile, which is not the case. Because I think it looks disgustingly bad. No, it's not a WeakAuras, it's an add-on. It's called warp deplete. It's no big deal. It is still listed there. I will participate in this action. Yes. But I do want to keep the boss in the center of the room. Swirlies are coming out. We gotta look for that. Yeah, whatever. We don't really need that space. Boss is almost dead. I keep getting flustered because I think people are actually going to move when they see the tank standing in a swirly, but they don't. And then I want to move, but then I'm like, oh wait, I'm a blood DK, I'm slow as fuck. And you know, it's a whole kerfuffle. Hey Azriel, how you doing? Hello? I'm Huh? I don't understand. Did someone pick it up for me again? They did. Why would the mage pick it up? I'm not CRing you, just release, bro. Whatever, I'll CR him. Bro, can you, like, when you see you have aggro on something, try not hitting it when you're doing 15 times the DPS of the tank. Just an idea. Especially if it's fucking killing you. I don't know, man. It really fucking irritates me when people don't understand how aggro works in this game. It's happened to you? You couldn't press it? I don't know. It was fucking weird. I pressed the fuck out of it and it just didn't want to go. And I tried to drop it to the side so that I could pick it up again maybe. And then try again. But no luck. It just didn't want to work. Yeah, that's the Overseer dead. We can go and get the password, and I couldn't press the button. Sorry about that. Just gonna type out to the group so they don't think I'm a fucking moron. I pressed it several times, then just disappeared, and friend came up with the item after. Yeah, that's kind of what happened here, except it wasn't a friend, it was a bad frost mage. I'm joking. They're not bad. Maybe a little. I don't know. Time for the sexy sack solo. Dun 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 dun. Right, that's about enough of that. This would be way better if you had that playing. Yeah, but then I would get copyright strikes on YouTube. And my whole thing would be to monetize, so I unfortunately am unable to do so. But it would be really funny if I did have that playing and available. Speaking of playing things, maybe, just maybe, I should play myself some music. I seem to just vibe out better when that's the case. Where the fuck are you going, bro? What the? You just ran away in circles. I don't understand. Can't you get the setup where your music only goes through Twitch and not to your recording software? That doesn't work like that. I could technically sort of kind of do that, but it causes me to have to spend a lot more bandwidth, and I've had issues with that before. It also overloads my encoder, and then there's FPS drops because I don't have a 2PC setup. If I had a 2PC setup, I'd probably do stuff like that, but right now I just can't because then my, like I said, my encoder gets overloaded and it all goes to poop. Because it's basically, it's sending double the data and stuff, and it's generating 2 different video feeds. I'm gonna ping them. I'm gonna ping that I'm going here with this guy. There's the shock mines. Like how the mage is just chilling on this side. The shaman didn't quite realize, or not the shaman, but the priest didn't quite realize that he could just also chill on the other side. CC this thing. I'm gonna drag it. And then we use this. And we're looking at a healthy 2-star, probably not 3-star. Don't worry about it. We love you, King. No worries. I wasn't worried about it. I do eventually want to have a 2PC setup, because I want to have a second PC that I can edit on while I do stuff on the main PC, like record. That could potentially speed up some of the editing stuff that I do, but we'll see how that goes. Primarily, I wanted for the streaming ability of just not overloading my encoder, because that would actually let me stream in 1440p as well. Where is it? So we can use triangle early. Mage can just blink over, luckily. He took the wrong one early. We can take square soon. Take square back. I'm not going to interrupt. Or my people are going to mash interrupt though. Next Shuri is on that side. We're going to have to just... we just killed the boss. It doesn't matter. That's how you deal with that mechanic, is you just kill the boss. We actually 3-star this with 4 seconds left. Crazy how nature do that. But thank you for the run. And we're going to skedaddle out of here. In the meantime, during the run, we had Icy Acid 02 follow us 20 minutes ago, and 16 minutes ago, Gabor Angeli followed us as well. Thank you very much for that. Appreciated, friends. What are we working with here? We've got quite a few rune crests. Maybe I should invest some of those into some of my gear. But then I'd be upgrading champion gear, and I could be getting hero gear soon. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Would like a haste ring more than this stuff. I guess my my distribution of stats actually kind of good. Haste Mastery is what I have the most of, with Haste having a bit more. That's good. And then the rest goes into crit and a bit into verse. That's what I've seen on Archon. So I feel like my stat distribution is pretty good with with the gear that I currently have. You can also upgrade our Kawa trinket.
And that's gonna be spicy.
Nordic Berries just subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much, Nordic Berries. I appreciate that. You have a lost shoe. I need to do that quest. Or here's an idea. Boom. That's better. I don't care about getting 24 gold for that piece of shit. Right, Floodgate that I want to do at 7 and a Gambit I want to do at 6. That's the plan here. So let's take a quick look at the Dungeoninos. So we're going to look for a 6. Solia's Gambit. Sure. Goodness gracious. This was Gambit, I believe. Yes, it was. Okay. I'll slowly fly over while the group forms. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da. All right, I wanted to play myself some music. Let's do that. I'm going to go over to YouTube and I'm going to take a quick look. Quick look. Oh, hey, look, my ARC video. It has 8 views in 2 hours.
And that's gonna be spicy.
Saxman.
Saxman, the cupcake coming in with the 2nd month of Twitch Prime subs. Much appreciated, Cupcake. Cupcake, when I say much appreciated, Cupcake, it sounds like I'm giving you a pet name. That's not. It's just your name. I'll watch the ARC video right now. You can't stop me. Why are you threatening me like this? I'm going to watch it, but I want to watch stream. No worry, guys, don't worry about it. Don't force yourself to watch the video if you don't actually give a shit about ARC. I'm trying to grow that channel natty. That's why I don't keep posting on Twitch, on Discord about when we have those videos and stuff, because I want to grow it natty, and I feel like that works pretty well. I'm just gonna run in here and wait. It's all good. But I got distracted, so I didn't play myself music. Hold on, let me find it. It's 2001 and you're drifting in Tokyo. Let's play that for myself. Why is there so much breakcore being suggested to me? I don't like breakcore. Where the fuck is that video? A different channel, big man? Yes, it's probably not Vlad. I will link it to you because you won't find it otherwise. Hold on, let me give you a second. Your favorite bot? Oh, I know Aaron Kai. I'll play that later. I'll leave a tab open. Oh, we seem to have a full group. Oh, it seems to be set to heroic. Let's run out real quick. I search on YouTube, definitely not Vlad Arc, and it's the 5th video. Okay. Asriel says posture check. God damn it, I was getting comfy. Well, I gotta sit up for this dungeon anyway because it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So let's do that. No more shrimping. We gotta do this. Let's do this. It is the fucking Murlocs. I forgot. Okay, let's do...
3,
Oh, excuse me. A bit of a burp from this orange cream Coca-Cola. This better be Gambit. Good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Didn't mean to pull this group so late, but it's kind of what just ended up happening. I guess the Goliath is still pretty healthy, so we do have something to beat this up with. Let me just check MDT that I am actually doing the correct pull. That's not the one, is it? Yeah, that's it. And that's episode 5. Gotta watch the first 4 right now. It's episode 4. At least it should be. It should be episode 4. And where we get the bird. I might be unable to read. Apologies. Yeah, it should. It's episode 4. It's the one with the Trudons, where I go out and get myself an Argentavis. So far doing quite well, not having any extra pulls or anything, which is really nice. Always appreciate me some of that. Dropping new D&Ds as things get low to slow them down. I'm going to grip this so it stays grouped so we can finish it off. Hardest role in the game is Hunter 100%. Have you seen how they play? Do you think that tank or healer is the hardest role in the game? What the heck? Okay. Sorry, I got the what the heck was not for you, it was for this, because the mob started running away. The hardest role in the game is tank, and it's not even close. I know healer can be rough, but it's not as rough as tank. Tank requires more dungeon knowledge, and you have more responsibility, and you definitely have more stress. Regardless of how annoying people can be when you're healing and they don't do things correctly and it ends up being your fault, as the tank, everything rests on your shoulders. The single most responsible person for whether a key is timed or not is 100% the tank. So I think tank is harder. It requires more game knowledge. It requires more preparation than healer, I would think. You could argue not, but that's my my take on it. I am slow as fuck, so I'm gonna try and just click the console every time and then let people do their thing. I should probably not stand in that. Okay. Warrior, your DPS ain't all that. You don't need to be fucking doing that. That's kind of cringe. Like, you don't do that much fucking damage, bro. Just kite it away like everyone else. Don't be a dickhead. There we go. I'm doing my job as the DK. Are we good? Do people not understand how this works? There was a guy who picked up one of those and just didn't know what to do with it, so we sat here for a minute. Woo! Nah, bro, it's easy. I'll just figure it out. Just pull. Oh, man, I think boss is dead now, though, so it doesn't really matter, does it? But he doesn't see numbers if he runs away. He doesn't see numbers if he stands there either. He sees immune, I think. I think the boss is immune to damage. Oh, sorry, you mean the warrior? Sorry, there's a bit of a delay between the stream and me in real time. Wise man once said that DPS is no DPS. I mean, the thing is, like, he wasn't going to die, but he was going to make it, like, really, really annoying to deal with the... whatchamacallits. With positioning the boss so that everyone can keep hitting it. But I guess in the end it didn't really matter. Big Master Spell comes in, takes care of the affix. Love to see it. Gonna drop a slow on these fucks and move on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna double pull this group on the side, then single pull this group here. And I'm going to use the advantage I have with the death grips to make sure this is smooth. Just grip this Tide Sage and focus on living. I don't like double pulling this because there's usually never enough kicks. But I think between my death grips and actual kicks, we might be able to make this work. I have to also pay close attention to my own HP here. As you can see, it is a little bit fragile with these deck hands doing their little enrage thing. They just generally hurt. Alright, the casters are all dead. I'm just gonna literally run into the next group because these guys are not actually scary for the group. Just the casters are. Bit of a grip, bit of a kick. There we go. I'm gonna ping along this side so people know where to go. Alright, everyone is doing their part, so am I. Now, doing this as DK might be interesting considering how fucking slow I am. Here comes the breath. You turn around. Boss is hittable. All the zones were dropped in a very nice way. Another breath goes out. I'm just going to move it to the side, not because I have to, but because I want to, so that the group doesn't have to worry about it at all. Alright, we stay with the group. Point this at them. Very nice. Very tight stacking by the group. I love to see that. Warrior You took the single dumbest way to go. Just stay with the fucking group. You ain't all that. And there we go. Boss dead. Easy peasy. I gotta say, Wise Man doesn't play Retri Pala. I miss progging raid and being top DPS every pull due to Retri. I don't think that. I guess progging, you get a lot of the wings. That's what you're saying. Okay, I can hear what you mean. And grip this guy like so. Wandering Pulsar, immediately going to switch to that. I'm hoping to pull the patrol with one of the Star Seekers, so we're just going to wait to be able to do that. I have Dancing Rune weapon available, I might need it for that. Alright. Dancing Rune weapon, Blood Boil, grip, Blood Boil again, easy peasy. I just wanted to get them away from everything. I'm gonna look for Ritualist Star, or sorry, Circle. We're gonna interrupt them. And somebody else might want to kick the... Oh, there we go. Perfect. I don't want to kick any of the bolts because I'm worried that people won't kick the thing. There we go. Now for percent, we'll be able to do all that's left over here. Okay, we're actually missing percent. Maybe we should have pulled that and then we have Bloodlust for P2 or something. I fucked that up completely. I thought I had percent. I missed something and I don't know what. Didn't pull the boss close enough into the center of this either, so they spawned some adds to the side. A little bit annoying. Looks like our BM Hunter is going out to do the soak. That's always nice to see. "66 seconds to Bloodlust." We'll get one during the boss fight for sure, I think, but I'm really annoyed. Feels weird to play. Yeah, there's some like weird interactions with Prop Paladin. If you don't have your like defensives ready and set up and all that, you're gonna feel extremely squishy. And then if you kind of zone out and don't have a good uptime on Consecration, that also feels shittier than it should, honestly. Vadrith 7 just followed. Thank you, Vadrith 7. I can't believe there's 6 other Vadriths out there. It's kind of crazy. I'm going to step a little bit closer here just to make the soaks a bit more doable. And everyone to stay in range and be healable. Okay, I can just stand still. I'm literally staring at the little things that go out. Grab movement speed. I'll go for the one that's really, really far. Like this. Now there's one that made it through. I'm gonna have that happen here in a second. No, bro, no. Good luck, everybody. Okay. The healer fucked up. He stepped forward to heal someone, and then he didn't have the line go through the orb. It just like touched the orb, if that makes sense, and that doesn't count. So a little bit annoying. But the heal is through it, so very impressive. Very impressive. Oh, it's evading. But it doesn't seem to be doing damage either, so that works. I'm going to say sorry about the percent to the group because that was kind of silly. I could have avoided that. I just need to pull more aggressively in the Murloc area. It ain't that hard. No loot for us, but great rating from this 6. We're missing now just Floodgate at a 7 should do the trick. This is outdated, so I'm not too worried about it. Thank you for the key. Devin Gaston says, I will say the difficulty of the tank is more front-loaded and gets easier with time, whereas the healer difficulty is continuously difficult with some ebbs and flows depending on group and RNG. I think I see where you're going with this, yeah. But the thing is, so a good healer can fail to heal a group because of the group fucking up. And there is like, I wouldn't say it's part of healer difficulty. Part of the difficulty of being a healer is most definitely people underperforming and, you know, taking avoidable damage and stuff like that. But at a certain point, like at a certain key level, it just doesn't fucking matter. Because everything that is avoidable starts one-shotting people. And at that point, the healer is on his own. You can't blame the group, you know? The same goes with tank, right? Like, the tank can live or die based on whether or not the group does enough damage. But you get the high enough key, the tank just needs to know how to fucking live the groups, right? Like, he needs to know how to live the pulls. He needs to know how to organize routes for himself so that he doesn't die. He has to play selfishly sometimes. And I still think that's more difficult than the healer knowing, okay, this thing does damage. I need to use a healing cooldown here and then continue my rotation instead of just doing my rotation for healing. Earthsea follows and says, love the series, great content. Thank you, and thank you for the follow. Vlad's kind of the GOAT if you think about it. Is this am I going to regret reading that out loud, Azriel? I feel like I'm being caught. Zlatan asks, why 6s and 7s rather than jumping to 10s, farming a certain crest or something? No, I'm just chilling. I don't feel like grinding 10s right now. I want to hit a plus 10 key, or I want to hit 2k rating. Hi. Can I help you?
I love you.
I love you too. Good talk. That was pretty cute. Do you think if tanks had infinite aggro / threat, there would be more tank players? Because honestly, in my opinion, aggro is just a nuisance than an actual skill. I don't think there would be that many more tank players. No. I think the issue with tank is just the difficulty of playing tank. Plus, it's more fun being at the top of the DPS than being below the DPS when it comes to dealing damage. So until tanks do DPS damage, we're not gonna see as many players. Like if you have a viable option of being the tank while also being top DPS, you know, like Brewmaster right now, we're not gonna see as many tanks because people are very simple, and if they're on the top of details, they're happy. But regarding whatchamacallits, hey Flixie, Brewmaster Gaming, yeah. The plot twist that was from his soundboard. Yes, my soundboard opened my door to the office. But yeah, regarding infinite aggro, I don't think the solution to how annoying aggro is infinite aggro. What I think the solution is pretty much infinite aggro in melee range. Like if things are within 8 yards of me and I'm actively hitting them, nothing should be getting aggro from me. If things are a bit further away, like, you know, 10, 15 yards away, I need to hit them to get like decent aggro, and then when they get to melee range finally, that's when I'm good and chilling and I don't have to worry about it. Because honestly, it's really freaking annoying when DPS burst 2 seconds into a pull, the mobs are right on top of you, you're literally hitting them with everything you have, but you just can't beat the burst DPS of some classes like, I don't know, fucking Frost DKs at the moment. GameSith says, subscribes with Prime. Thank you very much, GameSith. Are you a Sith gamer? You like infinite melee aggro? Yeah. That way, like, while you're grouping and you're just dragging some mobs to another group that is casters, or has casters in it, you just kind of lightly hit them and you're good. Bear actually does this perfectly. Thrash has such high base damage that you just straight up won't lose aggro unless people are really popping the fuck off. Who is Dave East says, I just love the playstyle of tanking over anything else. My only problem is that I don't play consistently enough these past 3 expansions because of life. So when I do come back, I have to relearn everything. Don't gotta be top on the details, but man, tanking feels so good. I mean, yeah, obviously there's people that really do want to, that just want to tank because they like tanking. But I think as far as those people that would reroll if you made it more fun or whatever, those people, the way they see it would be, the way most of those people see it is, it would be more fun if I was just, you know, topping DPS, because that's what they play DPS for in the first place, is just to be like the top damage dealer or whatever. Spy Game says, yeah, I was having this issue where I'm pulling every mob's groups and stacks, and when the paladin bursts, I lose all aggro and they die. Yeah. Paladin issue, they have 2 cooldowns to prevent that. Yeah. They can bop and they can bubble. Some people just play tanks because they can't stand in all the shit. True, but like, if your tank is standing in all the shit, usually that means the mobs are in all the shit, and if the mobs are in all the shit, then it's really fucking annoying for all the melee DPS. I think the biggest reason why no one wants to play tank is it's too much responsibility. I think that is also a good point. The responsibility of playing tank is part of the difficulty of playing tank, because if your tank is slow, if your tank doesn't move with purpose, if you can see that they are kind of piecing together a route and sort of kind of trying to put together the DP or the count necessary for an M+ run, all of that transfers. Like, even if players don't realize that the tank is kind of struggling, they feel that it's less fun to play with that tank because it takes 2 minutes for the mobs to be grouped. He stands still between pulls or like hesitates to pull things. Those kinds of things feel really bad as a DPS player, and then you get pressure from those DPS players or maybe even the healer to like go faster, and then a lot of people just quit right there. They try tanking, it's like, yeah, people flamed me because it was slow, and then they give up. So that responsibility is definitely a thing. Devin Guston says, there might be a few more people playing tank that are afraid of threat. and a few less people swapping off of tank because of threat. But yeah, just not a super attractive role for people like that like big numbers. Yep. Amen to that. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick look here. No, I don't want to list my own key right now. What I want to do is I want to look for... a 7 floodgate. I think a 7 floodgate ought to do the tricks. Let me just take a look at this real quick. A 7 floodgate would give us way more than a necessary rating. Even a 6, nah. A 6 might do the trick if we 2-star it, but we're going to go for a 7. Why not? Get that fortified in there. Maybe even an 8. Let's go for 7 to 8. And we're just going to mark in floodgate, and we're going to refresh this, and let's take a look-see here. It's a 7 floodgate. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We'll apply to that one because there's a bunch of people in it. Yep, there we go. It is so nice playing a tank. You just get invited to everything easily. Nobody gives a shit. Honestly, tank, in my opinion, has too much in their hands. Route, pulls, aggro, defensives, externals, when to last rotation, avoid things, and mechanics. Yeah, but, like, how are you going to get rid of any single one of those things? If you play DPS and pay attention to what the tank is doing, you should be fine. Agree that tank is the hardest role with no prior knowledge. People be brain AFK for weeks and then suddenly panic when they have to play the video game. I'm assuming you mean those two messages in the context of someone who goes from playing DPS to playing tank and trying it out. Then they make more sense to me. I have a feeling I'm about to get summoned outside. Starting as a tank is hard, yeah. That's why I suggest to new people to the game that they play DPS just to see how certain things happen, because the responsibility of a DPS is like, don't stand in shit and try to do some damage. That's it. But you have a chance if you pay attention. Yeah. I mean, so I start new seasons usually playing a DPS. I don't like playing a tank to start new seasons because I don't like the responsibility. I want to see what other tanks are doing, and then I just kind of take mental notes. Like, if a tank pulls a group and I'm like struggling to live through it with the healer doing 4 million HPS or whatever, I just know that I don't pull that group. It's really as simple as that. There's not much else to it. You don't pull that group again. Unless it was like a nobody kicked issue or whatever. But I just pay attention to it, and like I learn, okay, this is too many casters of this type to be pulling at the same time. Because you can pull a lot of casters if those casters cast once every like 20 seconds. It's easy to kick them. So yeah, anyway, that's usually how I form my routing beforehand. And then I can wing routes up until I get into like fortified or plus 10s. Then I try to not wing it as much. Then I try to actually pay attention and do things properly. Whew, that took a second to group, and I got pretty dang low while grouping it, but it worked out. I don't like this pull because, like, I feel extreme pressure in pugs to get the group to get like pulled together as quickly as possible. And on some classes that feels fine. Like, I don't give a shit. On bear it's really easy to group all that. But on BDK I am struggling big time. Ooh, this rogue is going to be cussing at me, but I had to do this because the divers were here and I didn't want to have to deal with them later. Looking for the diver kick. Got the diver kick. Next diver kick will be soon. We're looking for that too. I didn't manage to get the diver kick. Shit. Rogue is now taking a shit ton of damage due to that. Oh no. Whoa, Black Betty, bam blam. Whoa, Black Betty, bam blam. I don't know where that came from. Interrupts should be a DPS only mechanic because there's nothing worse than you being a tank needing to move the stack to the cast. That it's just gonna. I don't think it's gonna fix the issue. Like only DPS being able to do something doesn't mean that DPS are gonna start doing it. Where the fuck are all you going? We go here. Can we kill the scaffolding so that we can actually move? Some groups, man. Some groups. Rogue singing at 10% with 2 stacks of paint. Most rogues don't use much feint, unfortunately. It's an incredibly potent defensive. If used properly, you can kind of trivialize a lot of shit. I taught myself to use it by just pressing it every time I knew there was some kind of damage coming. I'd just use it. Even if it was like single target directed at me, I just tried to build the habit. And then as I kept playing, I learned a little bit better. And then, you know, I switch off to a different character for like a couple of days or whatever. And then I forget to spam feint and all that, and it's just annoying. But, oh well, you know. C'est la vie. I like BDK, but I really never play it because of grouping and being a wheelchair class. Yeah, you do need, like, you just need people to chill for a little bit until things get into your range. Because I have literally no way to deal damage at range other than sending a death coil, and if I send a death coil, I'm probably dead while grouping because I spent runic power on something that isn't death strike. So, like, I don't know, a lot of people could learn to just fucking hold their DPS until things are grouped. I do it with every single tank in the game. I just wait until everything is grouped because I feel like I'll do more damage anyway because I don't have to. I can hit everything at the same time instead of being weird about it. But that's just another thing that tanks get to deal with. DPS that don't know how to keep it in their pants until it's time to actually go. You know? Probably shouldn't have used my movement speed ability here, but I think I'm going to be okay. I'm going to try and put this guy here, because if I do that, then when he does the barreling charge, if people take him to other bombs, which this rogue really could have sent him on more bombs. I don't know what this rogue is doing. I think it's his first time here. Now, third one always goes on tank. Don't believe what Cussy Slayer says. Dropped a D&D just now, but I don't think that was the right call because I think the boss is, the quick quiz is jumping. No, it was the right call because we had enough time with it. I'm gonna again do the thing where I set him up so that whoever he charges on, if they move, and yeah, there we go. We got 3 bombs thanks to that. Very nice. It looks like we're gonna get the rest of the bombs. I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna position it so he charges right next to the boss here. And then they're grouped sooner, rather than him running through and being further away. This brings him closer, I think. I'm not too worried about Bront living a little bit longer than Quick Fuse. I would love it if Quick Fuse died right now. Yeah, she will. Very good. Because then we don't get new bombs. We just have to deal with Bront. And I'm not too worried about dealing with Bront. I literally just Death Strike and it's fine. Yeah, there we go. I stood in the efflorescence so that I get healed up. So that we clear and get 5 stacks of the buff. 400 IQ moves right there. I'm gonna grip this guy just to see him. He got his thing off. I'm gonna try and CC now. Nobody else is looking for much CC, unfortunately, so we get RPGGs. Bloodlust in 1 minute means we do another pull. I'm gonna go do another pull right now. Blood boil them. Snipers will move a little bit. We'll grip this sniper over. Doing a small pull here before the boss, just so we have Bloodlust off rip when we pull the boss. I feel like that's gonna be nice because this boss is, you know, a little bit annoying. And we grip to interrupt that. And we CC to interrupt that. Never mind, that doesn't seem to work on snipers for some reason. I'm gonna hold my Dancing Rune weapon for the Lust right at the start of the boss and go crazy with it. Here we go, 35 seconds into Lust because the pulls are just that short, but whatever. Fuck it. I don't freak out about aggro on these mecha drones because they don't auto attack. So unless unless it's just for grouping, like if there's aggro on a ranged character, I just don't really care about people having aggro on the mecha drones. I'll get it eventually to group them up, but other than that, I just don't really give a shit. We used an AMS there to make sure we don't have any trouble. Ken Lust. Lust. There we go. I was just reminding for the Lust. They said interphase. There we go. See, if we had Lust going into it, people would have it for the entirety of the phase rather than a second into the phase, but that's fine. We'll make it work. So you saw me grip one of the mecha drones. I know that I can't move them with the grip, but what I can do is get aggro that way because the drones are, sorry, and Death Grip does actually taunt for you as well, so it's kind of nice that way. Out of desperation, you can try and get a taunt out like that. During this jump start, I think the boss dies, so we'll be chilling. No, I'll let this person do that. And I'll just go upstairs. I see that, like, I literally ran past those mobs and the rogue still fucking hit them. I don't get it anymore, man. I'm gonna use IBF and stand on this. Rogue proc cheat death. I'm gonna death grip this guy. I'm gonna focus this guy. I don't care anymore. People are not hitting that and not CCing it enough. Spins are going out again. We're going to drop a D&D on them. Maybe that slows them. Oh, big knockback. Big knockback. Very nice. Force of habit, I just mounted up here. Don't really need to. I wasted my kick. Just focusing on kicks. As long as you kick the divers and slightly move after they drop things, you're big chillin'. Alrighty. You get the affix. CC at 3 people casting. Knockback now would go crazy. Druid knows it. Love to see it. Look at that. Big kicks go out. Master Spell can take care of all these buffs that did go through. We're going to grip 2 of these guys. We don't need to CC AoE. Roar comes in from the Druid. Druid knows what's up. This Druid's crazy good. Nice. Well handled. We're just going to run over to the bombs and plant them. For the first time in forever, I have had a red paladin whisper me nice words about my healing and defensive usage. I love it. You found one of them. You found the one guy. 9 million DPS, Elite Hunter gameplay. I'm getting used to the numbers, like 4 million HPS. Insane? Yeah. Well, get used to having like 3k HPS next season or next expansion. Apparently that's going to be a thing. Because the number squish is coming in. See, the healer's actually standing off to the side trying to bait the frontal so the group doesn't have to move. That's kind of sick. We have a marksmanship hunter and a shadow priest, so they want to kind of stand still if they can. Marksmanship hunter doesn't care as much, but it's definitely nice if you don't have to stop a an aimed shot just when that comes in. No GFG? Sorry, what's Oh, and another well-baited frontal by the druid. The druid, I mean, the druid's just a masturbator. He's just that good. I could troll here and use the thing, but I won't. Use Path of Frost. Alrighty. I keep trying to grip these little shits, but the grip cooldown too long. Healer's an absolute beast, so we're just gonna go next right away. Ah, I have a rogue. I feel stupid. Sorry, rogue. I keep forgetting. I typed out to the rogue, the sorry rogue, I keep forgetting for restealth. So I just like chain and stuff. It's really stupid, and I shouldn't do it either way, but stand in the fluorescence flag. The green Healy circle of goodness. It's good for you. He's outlaw? Yeah. So what? You can still get some benefits from restealthing. It matters the least for him out of all the rogue specs, but I still like to let him reset or re-stealth. We have Lust coming up in just a bit. There's the Lust. I'm just gonna stand still and tank the spark with my anti-magic shell. Once it starts hopping is when I'll use it. Because I've seen situations where I use it like early, and it almost doesn't reach me in time because it just stands still for so long. Oopsie daisy. Didn't stand at the right angle, so I got knocked back. And there we go. That is 2032 rating. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And we got some hero pants. There's no plate users in here. I keep getting pants, bro. Like these are the third hero pants I've gotten, but I can't trade it to anyone. Thank you for the key. Sorry about re-stealths again, Rug. Just there we go. Odin's Meyer says, hey Vlad, I've been gearing my prop paladin and have been wanting to tank M+ this season. Do you have any recommendations for resources on learning routes or tips for the dungeons, etc.? Your prop paladin, you can kind of pull whatever you want. In the sense of, if you use your interrupts correctly, there is no pull that's all that too big. But if you don't really find an opportunity while playing the game to interrupt things that are kind of out, that are not your main target or whatever, then try not to overpull too many casters. In general, try to keep the number of casters within a pull reasonable, 3 or more. 3 is kind of pushing it. 4 casters in a pull that spam bolts and stuff is absolutely unacceptable. Sometimes even 3 casters that spam bolts is overwhelming for a group if they're bad about kicks. With the prot paladin though, you're going to be chilling a bit, because you can just, you can divine toll, you can lock down one of them yourself with all your kicks from Avenger shield resetting and all that. So that can help you quite a bit. So that's my suggestion regarding routing. Now, how I make routes is usually I'll open up something like, I don't know, a Dawnbreaker. Let's make a new one. Call it Route 2. And I will literally just select the mobs that I know I have to pull to get through the dungeon. Well, obviously not like this. And I'll add them, pull by pull, how you usually do them. Like it was a heroic run, like percent isn't a thing. And then once I have all of that, I can be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't pull all of this, maybe this is too much because there's 2 casters here. These guys are all debuffing me as a tank. There's another debuffer here and another caster here. They all spam bolts, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I should make this pull smaller and break up a pull into, I don't know, I'm just like spitballing here. Let's say you pulled this instead, not this, but and pull 5 becomes this or whatever. I suggest doing that. If you don't know what add-on this is Mythic Dungeon Tools, and if you want to do any smart routing, you're going to use this add-on. And if you can't remember the route, well, just do some 6s. 6s are forgiving. If you fuck up an overpull, you might not even wipe. So in 6s, you can learn your routes, make sure that you get your count, and then you can, go through it. That is my suggestion regarding routes and learning how to route. We're going to switch to default. We're gonna just delete this one, route 2, because that was for example purposes. This is my actual route. That happened to me 4 dungeons in a row. I got hero pants. God damn. 4 dungeons in a row. Jesus. It's a lot of dungeons in a row to even do. Yeah, we hit 2K. I'm pretty happy with the result of this stream. Not ideal. We didn't get any hero pieces that we could terrify. Let's just get this ethereal void splinter thing opened up. So we have 2 catalyst charges now. Considering this blood DK is going to be done in a couple of days for the series, and I don't plan on playing blood outside of the series, I think maybe I just terrify some champion pieces and have 4 set. But I'll do that in tomorrow's video, where we will do our first 10, and then we'll have a big stream tomorrow, where I'm going to try and get all the 10s done. That might be interesting. We do have a 10 ready for when we do a run tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Thank you. Now to just get in there and try it. Yep, you got to do it at some point. Also, if you want like a really comprehensive guide of every dungeon and what you can and can't pull and stuff like that, Quasi's masterclass videos for every dungeon are very, very good. You might fall asleep twice while, by the time you finish it, but they're exhaustive. They will tell you everything you need to know about the dungeon and more. and you can't really go wrong with it. It just takes a while to get through because they're long, and he's very informative, but not overly entertaining because he doesn't try to be. I'm sure he's a funny guy. But yeah, love his videos. I usually learn from them. Now, friends, I think that's it for tonight's stream. I'm going to go call it a day. I've been working pretty much the entire day. So I'm going to go eat some food, and then I'm going to probably go to sleep, and then, you know, rinse, repeat. We got to grind, you know. Get that grind set going, and whatever the fuck kids are saying these days. I don't know. Let's take a quick look if there's someone to raid. If I don't recognize anyone, I'm just not going to raid anyone. Simple as that. Unless you guys have a suggestion on who I should raid. LB Ninja is raiding or is streaming. It looks like Callie is also still streaming. Let's go over to Callie. Let's go over to Callie for sure. He might be ending his stream soon, but I'm just gonna go and raid him anyway. Oh, he's got a new setup. Holy shit. Everybody comment on his setup when you get there. Bye-bye, guys.